Okay, students, now we're going to do a close read of 11 by Sandra Cisneros. As you know, a close read is when we are focusing on certain parts of the story and our annotations are going to look a little bit different. This time, the directions say to still type your annotations on the margin, and you can see the margin still right here. And you will be focusing on making inferences on character. So you're going to have to pull up this handout that's also attached in your Google Classroom that gives you an example of character traits. We'll be using both of these plus the story. But before we start, what is an inference? An inference is a conclusion that you've reached based on the evidence presented. This sounds weird, but it's basically a judgment that you are making on a situation, on a person, and you draw the conclusion and you come down to that judgment. Giving you a very simple example right now. The evidence that we have right here is a picture of a girl crying. If I look at my character traits, I could look at all of the character traits, and in opposites, none of this really connects. And then negative also doesn't connect right now. But I see right here the word sad. We don't know very much about that girl, so we could really choose any of these. I'm going to choose that she is heartbroken. The girl is heartbroken. Maybe something really terrible happened and she lost a pet. So that is the way that we make an inference using the evidence and then looking at our character traits, and then we decide what the conclusion it is that we are drawing based on the evidence presented. Now with pictures, it's really easy to do. It's a little bit more complicated when we are reading, but we are going to give it a shot, and I'm going to give you an example of how to do one inference, and then you're responsible for doing the rest of them. So I'll have to read all over again so I can refresh my memory about what is happening. What I don't understand about birthdays and what they never tell you is that when you're 11, you're also 10 and 9 and 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. And when you wake up on your 11th birthday, you expect to feel 11, but you don't. You open your eyes and everything's just like yesterday, only it's today. And you don't feel 11 at all. You don't feel like you're still 10, and you are underneath the year that makes you 11. I think I found an area in which I want to make an inference, so I'm going to go ahead and highlight it. So this, I think, it's good evidence. And I'm going to go to my character traits. And I'm going to look. Although I already have a word in mind. And I don't know if it's in this list. But if it's not, I'm going to have to add it. Because we've all connected to this. When we turn a year older, we think something magical is going to happen that day, and some fun things happen, but we feel the same. I don't see a word that I like here, but I am going to write down that she feels frustrated. I think she's frustrated because she wants to feel a year older, and she does not feel any different. And that's it. We've made an inference on the main character. as you read the rest of the story to make inferences, you can choose any character. You can make inferences on the main character. You can make inference on her mom as well. You can make an inference on the teacher. You can make an inference on the classmates. You can make an inference on all of them. So you don't have to limit yourself in this read. You just go ahead and make as many inferences as possible. Your minimum is 4 inferences. You have to make 4 inferences, and they can be on different characters. As long as you have 4, make sure that you are using your character traits and that you are explaining why you drew that conclusion.